We'll go straight to questions. So Ethan, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Just I know it's always hard to play 2 days in a row. Seemed like the team might have been a little slow to start off, but kind of picked it up. Kind of a gritty win. Just what you think about the way to bounce back after an emotional win yesterday?
Yeah, you added it there at the end. I think it was more emotional than it was physical. Just the excitement, the energy we expended to win yesterday. It's hard on that second day, but we challenged them. You've got they're getting ready to leave from here to go home for the holidays. They're worried about holiday travel. There's all kinds of excuses you could make, but we just simply said, hey, you know what? UIC's got those same challenges. So let's try to make sure we handle it better. We didn't get off to a great start. We weren't lined up right on the tip play, and we got scored on, and we did 3 or 4 things uncharacteristic. I almost took a timeout. I did that a couple of games ago, and it didn't work. So I tried to see if we could play through it, and I thought we did.
Yeah, and then Staylor, I know that you've said she's playing through pain, but had a 17-11 game. Just what do you think about her impact? I think she had an 11-0 run.
Yeah, 5 assists, 5 steals, a block. I mean, and she's in even more pain. She kind of tweaked her knee a little bit yesterday, so she was in more pain than normal. But yeah, just man, let's not get complacent. Let's not get used to seeing the double out of her and altered shots. I don't know how the block shots and altered shots, all that goes, but she moved the ball on offense. She bailed teammates out, 6 for 7, 2 for 3. I mean, that's a line you want on your fantasy team tonight.
Yeah, last thing I'll ask is just I think you'll have 9 days now between your next game. Just how good is that for the team at this point with kind of some lingering issues?
Much needed. I told Simone to make sure they've got good plans for rehab while they're gone, what to do, and how to take care of their bodies so that when we come back, we'll be ready to kind of start stage 4 of our mission here, which is finishing up with Incarnate Word and then going to the SEC play. So it'll be good as long as our kids go home, eat right, sleep right, recover right, do a little bit of work on the side. Don't take 8 days completely off. I think the things that we have gained in the last 3 or 4 weeks, if those things continue to carry over, I really like our trajectory. I love how we're coming together. Some of the things that happened on the bus and in the hotel over the weekend are really good signs. That as coaches you look for little indicators that your team's kind of starting to come together. Certainly not there by any means. Got lots of things to clean up, but I'm really, really pleased with where we're at the end of this stage.
Dudley?
Did you say me?
Yeah, Dud.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how I like to do inside baseball, inside basketball.
I love them.
Michaela had just had a couple of points, but there was a stretch there where they were charging at you a little bit, and she made 2 big plays that kind of settled everybody down. Talk about that.
That's that leadership that you knew you're going to get with Mac. You're going to get, and for her to just maintain her poise and her calmness over there, didn't let anybody panic when she got in foul trouble and had to set out for a little bit. And if she missed a shot or something, she never got down. She has become really a voice, and I'm really proud of her because she's accepted that as how she's going to cement her legacy here. The stats, all those things, she has never, ever one time cared about them. She's cared about her teammates and her team. And she said it in the preseason, all she wants to do is win. That's why she wears it on her sleeve so much, I think, when she can't play because of fouls and why she gets so frustrated. But I thought she was crucial. She was critical in the timeouts, but then, like you said, came in and made 2 really big plays when they could have closed the gap on us.
Also, Sailor, as you said, got her, a normal amount of rebounds, but you also got 6 out of Talia, 8 out of Miriam. Talk about, I think you mentioned that yesterday, but talk about how they have to help her get some rebounds, and they did today.
Coach Todd really pointed out that there were going to be long rebounds. We felt like Miriam and Sailor were going to get those ones that are around the cylinder, but we needed those guards to get in there and get those loose balls, the ones that get tipped and the ones that they turned into a lot of points. Because every one that we didn't get, they scored on. I mean, they were critical. Sorry. They were critical. So Talia's, all 6 of hers were tough ones too, that she then turned into transition. So those things have compounding effect. Not only do we get the stop, but now we get a attack in transition. So Merriam had an unbelievable tournament, and continues to grow. And it's not based on stats. That little run Talia went on, it's going to continue to happen more and more. We kind of stood around a little bit and watched her there for a few minutes, and that's part of learning that. And it's, I thought we made a nice adjustment at halftime, got back to what got us going, and then pulled away. I mean, this is a good UIC team. They've been very competitive in all their games. They've got a good thing going. Coach Bracey does an unbelievable job. That used to be one of the worst programs on the planet, and she's got them competitive in every night.
Better for Christmas 2 wins instead of 2 losses, right?
I mentioned it 3 or 4 times. We've all been there. It's the way you finish is the way you go to the holidays. And my family knows. I'm sure there was a collective sigh of relief around everybody's Christmas parties that we're going to be attending that looked and checked the box score and, see us coming down there on a little bit of a winning streak, and not necessarily the winning streak, but just that we're playing, how we're playing, and the things that are happening around our team. But yes, you're exactly right. I've had some Christmases ruined from whether a ball went in a hoop or not. And I know I shouldn't be like that, but I am.
Daniel?
Hi, Coach. I guess, first of all, like when on the 9 days off, how much, I guess, communication do you have with the players over this stretch? And like, what's your philosophy when you have like a long break like this where players are everywhere and y'all are together?
I tend to get out of their way up until Christmas. I just said my piece to them. I do make it mandatory. I'm still a dad. I want to know when they make it back to wherever they're going. We got Christina traveling all the way home. We got, people leaving from down here, not going on the plane home with us. So there is a mandatory rule that you must text me when you hit home. There are serious repercussions for that one. More so than other things that you might be surprised about in our standards book. But I will communicate with them, make sure they got home. And then on Christmas Day, I'll shoot them something, just in spirit of the holidays. And then a day out, make sure they've got any questions they need about coming home and anything we can do to make their travel back home enjoyable. We do always try to give them either Thanksgiving or Christmas. This is as long a Christmas break as I can remember having. So I really want our kids to enjoy their time off, but we've had to give them some work too. You can't just sit around and eat everybody's best meals and come back and expect to feel the same way as you did when you left. So I would tell you some communication, but certainly not constant, Daniel.
Yeah. And then the first time y'all came down to Florida, the second game didn't go quite so well and y'all lost to Marquette. Is there anything y'all took from playing back-to-back and playing in these kind of little mini tournaments that y'all took into today?
I think so. I mean, I think our approach at the hotel was a little bit different. I think we did mention that. Obviously, Marquette's, as we all knew at the time, but it's starting to prove maybe a top 10 team in the country before it's all said and done. But I think what we learned is you've got to flip the page really quickly. Marquette jumped on us really quick. I thought we jumped, had a good start to the game tonight after the jump ball. But maybe we learned that. I don't know. I'd have to ask the team, but I think as coaches, we knew that we had to give them a little bit more film. We spent almost 45 minutes in my room last night, which is almost 3 times longer than we watch film normally. But I thought it was necessary, and the way the play played out, knowing that we were going to have an early start again today, our group's got a little bit of maturity about them. So they probably learned more things than I'm mentioning. But I know as a staff, we figured out a few things that I think helped us today. A little extra film, a little more talking.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Perfect. Thanks, y'all.
Happy holidays.